What's the most amazing thing about the universe? That every single random event since the dawn of creation, the birth and death of stars, planets and galaxies, the very genesis of life has led to you being here right now to ask this question. If you were on a planet 65 million light years away from Earth and had a really good telescope, you could see the dinosaurs. Whales are the biggest known creatures in the known universe. The universe is in no obligation to make sense to you, Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think. In the entire unimaginable vastness that is the universe, we somehow managed to evolve from single-celled organisms into creatures with brains that allowed us to create technology, eyes that allow us to interpret radiation in such a way as to see the technology, and the motor skills and reasoning to be able to pose this question to all the other humans on our tiny little rock as it hurtles through space in orbit around a massive ball of never-ending explosions. Also, run-on sentences. The only way we can see the universe is from inside it. We will likely never possess any way of viewing our universe from outside its physicality. The fact that there is in essence no end to the universe. It is expanding so rapidly we'll never see the edge, and that it must be expanding into something, or nothing, but we'll probably never know which. A single human brain has as many neurons as there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Around 100 billion. Source: neuroscientist filled with useless facts about the brain. It gave us titties. This is one I thought about recently. I believe that Carl Sagan said that we, sentient entities, are a way for the cosmos to know itself. With this in mind, when we think about the end of our universe, whether it be through a big shrink, big cooling, or what have you, we get apprehensive. We probably will never see this end, many of us will be dead. Yet, we still get a cold fear in our hearts. We are also a way for the cosmos to fear its demise. The fact that people have been around for thousands of years and I just happen to exist at the same time as 699 and that it doesn't exist to be observed. In fact, under different circumstances all of its trillions of stars and planets and oceans and moons and mountains could exist for billions of years without ever being observed by anyone. Edit, typo. But look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of. Every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forger, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there on a mote of dust suspended in the sunbeam. Carl Sagan. The universe is expanding so fast that there are galaxies we would never be able to view. That we just don't understand it. It could be flat, it could be irregular, there could be another one, it's growing at an exponential speed, it's invisible contents. We try to learn more about it using our earthly knowledge, but there is certainly more to it. It's like trying to wrap your head around eternity. Jesus Christ, this thread is giving me an existential crisis. The fact that 95.6% of it is actually the imagination of Eleanor Rourke of Dorchester, who works as an accountant. Inanimate non-living objects eventually form to make sentient, living beings that question their own existence and want to find facts about the process between the beginning of the universe to now and even want to anticipate the future. All from some hydrogen shits floating around and doing stuff. If you nut in space you move backwards. That tiny squeaking sound you get when you rub two pickles together. Plenty of things. The way we perceive the universe. In its physical form, we think it's all around us, on a cosmic scale. But more than that, it's inside all of us. We're made of each and every atom that the universe is comprised of. It sounds super philosophical and like something a stone person would say, but the distinctness within our universe is what sets everyone apart. The way each of us, made up of the same elements of this universe, yet manage to be so different. Perhaps you could say the greatest and rather miraculous thing of all is in fact, life. Two possibilities exist, either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. Arthur C. Clarke. There is a theory which states that if ever anyone discovers exactly what the universe is for and why it is here, it will instantly disappear and be replaced by something even more bizarre and inexplicable. There is another theory which states that this has already happened. Douglas Adams. Matter, when subjected to enough energy and time, becomes sentient and ponders its own existence. The infiniteness when you look out there is crazy. Knowing what you can see is on a speckle. No matter how insignificant and bleak life may look up close, when climbing a mountain and admiring the view, or finding a spot away from the city and looking at the stars, we will forever be hit by its beauty. The big picture is always there to be admired, to make us forget how small and pointless daily details are. It's indifferent to everything. That whatever our problems are, big or small, it won't matter in 1,000,000 years, worst being a nuclear war or something. That it created self-aware entities that think about it. It gave us magnets. How do those work? We are all just manifestations of the universe experiencing itself. It must be true that either one. It didn't exist, then it did, or two. It has always existed. That it exists. That if you put it into a tube, you'd end up with a very long tube. Probably extending twice the size of the universe. Hydrogen, time, people and planets. That somehow all the particles accumulated in a specific way and in specific quantities to give you conscious thought. Sand. Hear me out. Without sand we wouldn't have glass, so we wouldn't have telescopes to see the larger universe, or microscopes to see the amazing micro-universe around us. We wouldn't have the car, space travel or spectacles. Sand also gives us bricks, cement, and roads to make cities. Our homes are mostly just piles of sand. Sand makes land, islands in the middle of nowhere, and gives us something to hold on to all those the oceans with. Put a bunch together and you get mountains and planets. Sand pretty damn amazing, we can do amazing things with it, and it probably exists on most planets. You.